if you ever go to Japan, they have like toilets of the future. And there's the pink button and there's the blue button. You never, ever, ever push the pink button, but you do push the blue button.
I want to know what the pink button's for.
Well,
will it clean my vagina nice and sparkly?
That's what it's designed for. And if you don't have one, it's an interesting experience.
Turn on the magic of colored lights.
Did you have a light bright?
It was a rich kid toy.
It was not. I had one.
I did. Maybe that's what my parents told me.
Did I steal it from my friend?
Did you? Have you ever stolen anything? No. I stole you know that like when you buy a picture frame?
Yeah.
And it comes like with a picture in it. So you look, hey, this is what your picture is going to look like in the frame. There was a cute girl. So I took
Did you see that face? That was me going, I know where this is going.
It's going. And I put that in my wallet, and that was Michelle. That was like, that's my girlfriend.
Okay, but by the way, as a lonely teenager, that's genius.
Oh,
where's Michelle? She's an exchange student.
Except for the fact that it had like writing on it. It's like, 3 by
And she's 24.
Yeah, you're like, dang, dude, you date older chicks. Like, she's in an apartment.
She's in an apartment.
Go ahead.
Imagine if you just expand that. That's my girlfriend, and then you find another picture of her, and you Photoshop your face like, we got married, and you have this whole life, and then there's kids and everything, and imagine this sad house of just all these frames of pictures. That's my Uncle Ray and Aunt Joni. Ray and Joni, they are cards. Look at them. They love horses.
We go to Mexico every summer together. There we are on the beach.
And there's that one guy going, these are all at Michael's store. It's all Eve's fault. Had to eat the apple. Had to eat the friggin' apple. And then she looked at me, she goes, whatever happened to Eve? And I'm like,
Desperate Housewives. She was the first.
And she's like, Adam, he went on to have a life, but it was like, Eve, you ate an apple. Screwed. Snake.
She did have 2 sons. I mean, she had many sons, I'm sure. I love that whole conversation because if you read later on, Cain, kills Abel. So, and then he leaves, and he goes, and then he married somebody else. And you're like, well, where did she come from? He left and found another tribe, and they were like, we weren't the only ones. It's fascinating.
It's funny about Cain and Abel because, you think he would have been able to stop him from killing him, and Cain is something that we think of as sugar cane, sweet, but he wasn't.
Or you get beat with a cane.
Or you
maybe that's what
snort a lot of cocaine.
Right. That was his full name. It was his baptized name.
Was it?
He was just like uppity.
He was just uppity. Yeah, didn't mean to kill Abel. I was freaking out.
We were rolling, dude. We had a great night.
Dude, we had a couple crushed a couple frosty rails and just,
Boston, and just like,
oh shit, he's dead. Who killed him? My brher. Tear.
I'm the only, and he was my best friend. Now I have nobody to play with.
Abel's like,
just sitting there on a seesaa in the garden going, fuck. I can't do anything.
But
now
always staying high.
Snake.
Always staying high, though. It's kind of like the Stephen Wright.
No, he would be
right, but what if he stayed up there? Be like, oh.
I feel like that would be like, dude, I'll go hard on Genesis, man. It's if you look at that.
This is PlayStation 1 we're playing today. Hard on Genesis.
Now, if you look at it as a poem, it's fucking amazing. It's beautiful. If you look at it as literal, then it's weird.
I look at everything literally. Especially since we're going to be playing in Uranus today. It's Captain Bloodstone. There's a clown in this named Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
Okay, this is not a joke. Okay, here, your Uncle Noli. If you see a clown on the street, you murder it. That is going to eat. By the way, that's going to kill me. I can't kick it.
By the way, that's going to kill me.
Well, it just came out of nowhere.
Sidebar, that's going to kill me in about now.
Well, I was kicking little sluggy socks, and now that
this
thing
escalated quickly.
They send that thing down.
Well, look, they're like, all right, send out the slugs. Oh, guys, he's actually very adept at kicking poop droppings from the ceiling. Oh, well, you know what?
Hey,
maybe
got a little thing, hey, little freaky. Just, and you're fucking dead. There is no in between. I would like you to take control.
Well,
come on, take a ride.
Find the help button.
Take a ride, buddy. Take a fucking ride.
I don't think I have a gun right now.
I don't know what you have. You're a clown. Why don't you just drive at him and scream, "I'm gonna get your butthole," because that's what they used to do at the circus with me. Somebody's out for a little snizzle. Oh, there you are. I see you. The clown sees all.
It looks like it's doing this. It looks like the game is giving you a big old.
I think it is. That's the way. That's how they 8-bit give you the finger.
I don't know. You know, someone like walked me through like there's all the different ones. There's like the
limpy one.
The limpy one.
That's what little kids.
They call this the Air Force.
When
it looks like a jet plane.
I didn't know that.
And there's just the shit finger, which is just like bang. It's just like you're taking so much, like you're losing blood in the other fingers to just put all of it towards there.
In New England, I don't know if it's a New England thing. I don't know if people do it, but this was something that I never see people do. But you do that like up yours like that.
I know a bad joke that ends in that manner, which is a guy gets his arm cut off and he's like, oh my gosh, and he goes to the hospital and the hospital says, well, that's going to cost you $10,000. He's like, I don't have $10,000. There's a guy over across the street, they'll do it for $10. And he's like, oh my gosh. So he goes over there, he's like, you can sew this on for $10? The guy says, yeah, for $10. He goes, hurry. So he sews it on, pays the guy $10. Walking around, he's like, yeah, that's incredible. And then he sees the doctor that was going to do it for $10,000. And he goes, hey, buddy.
I'm sorry, but I really like that.
That's a dumb joke.
No, it's not.
There's a lot of finger gestures that we have. We count with our fingers.
Differently.
Oh, sure, you go, okay, please.
But it's funny because some people have like more.
Number one.
They have like more ways. I almost have to warm up my fingers.
Get him going.
This is also foreplay before I play with myself. All right, we're going to stretch it out, boys. We're going to have a good one. We're going to try to last more than 38 seconds and go.
Time rodeo.
We'll try again tomorrow.
Get it. Go.
This guy is so.
Hey, let's go. Get on there.
Phil, I just like
I know.
whatever. Like, let's go to Intelligentsia and like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, Dennis is a dick. I guess we're gonna escape.
Oh.
Like, I don't think his hair is red. That feels like that's like a beanie.
He's like, and
it's July.
I wish we were back in the cage.
I mean, I was like, whatever with it.
Do you want to wear my boots?
I want to go back and get my Fleet Foxes record. Hold on.
My what? And two, but you don't. I can't really. I have to work to get three.
No, I could do that because look, you're just removing 1, 2, 3.
But see what happens in my. I get like cerebral.
Your stubby
palsy. It's like a little thing.
It's not palsy. You have nubby fingers.
I do not have nubby fingers. I have tight ligaments in my hand.
Growing up, Tron convinced me that video games, people lived inside of them and they fought for the users. I died and I apologized because I was like, somebody lost their life because of me, because games were real.
Because it was your fault, dude. That's way too much pressure to put on yourself as a kid.
Too much.
Wait a minute. I will defend you. At least you felt bad.
I did.
Imagine the psychopath born in basements going, I destroyed a civilization. Now I'm moving to Maine. Shoes.
Inside joke.
Sorry. Can I tell you the worst feature of this?
That it looks like a limp dick right there. That looks like a limp dick, like shooting. I'm gonna come, Helen.
I just did, Helen. You weren't here, Helen. Where you had to watch your stories again, didn't you? Look at that. You want to shoot some Skittles for a while? Or?
Looks like a limp dick. That looks like a finger.
You know what?
What is this guy's?
Any woman will tell you a finger's better than a limp dick. Especially this one.
A thumb?
Well, it's got a little bit of a hook to it.
Oh my God. I don't even know what that means. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You can't get comfortable?
No.
Well, you know what you need? You need some Muggsy jeans.
What a segue.
I know, right? Not too baggy, not too tight.
That's always the problem, right? That's the trade-off. It's like, oh, those are comfortable, but they look like,
Yeah, and if they're too tight, people are like, oh, you've been circumcised? I'm like, it's so embarrassing. Halfway to my knee. Point is, just go buy them. My God, $10 off, free shipping, domestic. Finish this off for me.
In front of the cameras?
Yes, no.
burp. Are you gonna throw up?
Probably. I almost
Don't force it.
I forced up. I felt the tears welling in the corners, and it was gonna go. Bah! It wouldn't even be a good one. It'd just go. I'd just be like, "Can we cut?"
When you go country, you go country. You don't go like that young country, that Y2K. Like you have some guilty pleasures.
There's some guilty, but some of that stuff is just like, dumped by my truck, and then she did this, and oh fuck.
So we're sitting there, and we've got the fire going, and we're up in this cabin, and we're watching. I was like, kind of on the big screen. He's like, buddy, this is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. All right, here we go. And he's just looking up with childlike wonder, and I'm watching, and Rudolph gets born, and he comes out, and he goes, Papa. I'm like, oh, Pam and I are like, Mama, oh. And then his nose glows, and Donner goes, what the fuck is this? Poor freaking Rudolph, man. He got shit parents and a Santa Claus that just wants to make him do manual labor. It's terrible.
Yukon Cornelius was a pedophile. I want to go back to Neil deGrasse Tyson you were talking about. Did he ever think, I know the thing with the...
Tender lover.
I know, he's very, very thick fingers. Pads of his hands are like a bear, and he holds you so gently. And he just licks jam off your neck. The point is,
Why is the jam
does
there?
he, jams have seeds, and sometimes he likes texture.
But why did you put it there?
Play dead.
Look,
Why are
just
your pants at your ankles?
just
Can I put a pause on the show right now?
Go ahead.
I cannot pretend to drink again. Can somebody please give
Were
me a
you
little
acting?
fucking liquid in
All
this?
right.
You beat the shit out of me in every... Watch this! Watch the guy in the water! Watch what happens!
All
Oh!
He gets eaten by a fish.
It's like Jonah and the whale.
He gets eaten by the
I
fish.
enjoy whales eating pebbles.
He gets eaten by the fish.
I got one for you.
go.
Because Jason Statham is my answer.
Okay.
Worst actor for a Star Wars movie.
Hey, why is that little trash can talking?
I said the disturbance in the force.
Darth Vader. I'll give you something to choke. How about the chicken?
What a great audition reel.
Pacino. Oh, I feel the force. Hoo-ah! I feel it running through me.
For no reason, chewing.
I'm not chewing on nothing. Gotcha, Luke. I mean, what?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, no. Well,
Gilbert Gottfried.
I'm a Jawa. I just want to sell trash.
I mean,
This thing works, sort of.
that would be, yeah, he would definitely be like a merchant. Philip Seymour
Walk. I
Hoffman.
could see. Philip Seymour Hoffman. It's like, what have you done with Leia?
I'm gonna hurt her. Who else?
De Niro couldn't do it. Huh?
No, De Niro could do anything.
No, he couldn't. Why is everything floating? Who's the little yoga?
Put it down. Put it down.
Hey, yoga.
Put it down. Put
Yogurt.
it down. Put it down.
Put it down.
Put it down.
Put it down.
Put it down.
Put it down. You know what it is? You know what doesn't work? It's people who are like stuck to a region. Jeff Foxworthy could never be in a Star Wars.
I tell you one thing about being on the Death Star. Jeff Ross at one, I think it was the David Hasselhoff roast or whatever, said that he looks at Jeff Foxworthy and he says, "You look like Magnum PI with AIDS." To his face. That broke me. To his face. Oh man.
You know,
Jim Carrey, never.
Well, he'd have prosthetics on, and
His face is his prosthetic.
But then he'd walk around and moves. Hey, I have an idea. What do you say? What are we doing?
This is the biggest peacocking showboating that we've ever done. Is like, I wonder if Gilbert Gottfried could be a Star
But you know
Wars.
what's funny though? It's yeah, we are, but we're not doing it on purpose because if we were somewhere, we would be doing these back and forth to each other anyway. I like that peacocking, but I'm serious. Like what? Oh my God! So many cocks.
No, that's not what that.
No.
No, it's a different kind.
Oh, got a different kind. Oh, it's like a bird. One that I would say,
Yeah.
if he hadn't passed, is
Bill Cosby.
No, Robin Williams is somebody that I couldn't.
Oh, I don't understand. Maybe Robin Williams. Yeah, it'd be funny. I could. It would be. Actually, no.
I just feel like he's too recognizable, and you'd be like, oh, it just pulls you out of the moment.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I mean, there's a lot of people. Like, you can't, like, John Cryer. Yeah, no, I don't see him in that.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, just like, the planet now has AIDS. No,
Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson never in a Star. Oh, I can see Jack Nicholson in Star Wars. I can see him in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine. Christian Slater.
Emperor Palpatine.
I believe Christian Slater has told this story himself. Starting off, he had just done Heathers, right? So this is early Slater. He somehow, through a friend or somehow, had gotten Jack Nicholson's number. He's dating some chick, and he was like, hang on just a second, I'm gonna call my buddy Jack. And he goes in this whole bit, he's like, hey Jack, it's Christian. And he hears the phone hang up. And he's like, well, I'm gonna play off the bit. So he just goes off. It's like, thanks for having me with lunch, gotta play golf again. Yeah, it was great, thanks for taking. Just trying to impress this chick for too long, like 20 minutes or whatever. He's like, all right, anyway, I'll see you at the Derby or whatever. The place had closed down 40 years before that phone call, whatever.
Derby.
He's like, I'll see you around, whatever. And he just hears on the other end of the phone, yeah, whatever. And Jack had sat there and listened the entire time and not said anything. And hung up. He was like, like you and it's like if you had been on the phone with Walken.
Is that real?
That's hand to God. That is the story as I have heard it.
Now, you may not see Norman Reedus' penis, but it is clearly...
Fun to say Reedus' penis.
It is Reedus' penis.
Reese's Pieces?
Yeah.
Boy, that would be like, would you like more Reedus' penis?
I'm sorry, are we talking about the same thing?
The peanut butter candies or genitalia?
The genitalia.
Bits and pieces, twigs and berries.
Death Stranding
Death
is
Stranding out this...
I know somebody in that.
You do?
Troy Baker.
I get to be a name drop.
I walk in and I have a wad of cash because I'm going to pay for groceries in cash.
Right. As any upstanding criminal does.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't trace that stuff. I go do my shopping, and I've got a basket full of atrocities and just bad decisions. I've got Traveler on the baby monitor, and I can't see him, and Pam's not answering, and I'm kind of panicking a little bit. I'm sure everything is fine, but as a dad, you're just like, they've been eaten by bears! That was wolves instead of bears, but wolves. Somehow wolves were smart enough to pick the lock and go into the house.
Bears just go right through though.
Bears out.
Yeah, just go right through the window.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I gotta get out of here, and I'm panicking a little bit, and I go to reach in the pocket, and there's no money. There's no money. And so the guy's like,
Was this like a dream? This sounds like a dream. I have all these things. There's no money. My baby's gone. Wolves.
It felt like it was a night. And okay. I am, if I haul ass, I'm 8 minutes from them. Okay, because I gotta get up the mountain. I'm hoping she's alive. I haul ass, walk in, everything's fine. And then I tell her, and she's mad at me. I was like, I lost the cash. She's like, what? I was like, I thought you were dead. That whole thing happens. I look over at the lady who's bagging up the groceries and everything. I said, look, this is a ridiculous request. I came in here with a lot of cash, and I don't have it anymore. I'm sure it's not going to turn up. But if for some strange reason it does, she was like, how much was it? I told her. And she was like, oh, I'm like, I know. She goes, we sweep every 15 minutes. I was like, it's probably gone, but just on the off chance, I don't want to make a big thing about it because people could come and say, yeah, I lost money too. She goes, we'll let you know. So we ended up having to go back down to the store the next day. And I go in and I see the woman who was there last night. Or I'm sorry, I saw the guy, Paul, who was the checker.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Paul, I don't suppose he goes, oh, you came back. I was like, yeah. He goes, we found it. I was like,
no way.
It gets better.
There was more there than when you left.
He said, literally, you were pulling out of the parking lot, and we found it. And I said, how? It's like $700. But come here, one of Dana's the manager that was there, and she'll tell you the story. Then she hands him the money back. I was like, who did this? She was like, well, and she said, but he left his number. And she said, I hope this comes back to his owner. And I look on the little Post-it note. Jim Carrey.
Shut up.
I shit you not.
And I was like, are you sure? She was like, I had to look at him twice, but he looked a little bit different. But he said, somebody dropped this. Jim Carrey returned a wad of cash to me.
Well, we should call him.
I know. I looked at it. I was like, what's that number? It was a New York number.
I wouldn't give it back to you.
I know you wouldn't. If you'd been walking behind me, I would have been like, you see me drop some money?
I know.
Like,
I did some high-end bourbon. I'd be like,
nope.
thank you, Mr. Bacon.
Oh my God.
I would let you drink some of that bourbon that you
Thank
bought.
you. It was like, this tastes like my money.
This tastes like guilt.
I've been in some bad wrecks in my day.
Have you really?
Yeah.
You know, I never have.
You've never been in a car wreck?
Nope. I was in a fender bender, but I've never been. Oh, actually, that's not true. I was drunk. I wasn't driving. I was passenger in a car with someone who had been drinking quite a bit. I was with my roommate, and we were coming back from a party, and he flipped the car. We rolled a car in North Carolina, and he.
Yeah, how do you forget that you're like, I've just been in a fender bender. Oh wait, there was the time when I flipped a
The car
car.
flipped over, and we took out a mailbox. Shouldn't have gotten in the car with the guy, but you know, it just.
Why did you?
Because I had been drinking, and I was like, I gotta go home, and just wasn't really using my head. We started driving back, and sure enough, he had been drinking and whatever, and then he was just messing around. He was like, ha.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and we came around this corner, and the car did 1, 2 this way, caught an edge, and rolled 3 times. Took out a mailbox, landed in the dirt, and landed upright. My whole side, no seatbelt. And we opened the door, got out, and he looked at me, he goes, you all right? And I just went, I think so. He goes, ha ha ha. And he started laughing. And then some guy goes, what the hell going on out there? And you literally saw a guy come out and my mailbox. And it was like a really long yard. And he just got in the car. And the car came upright, and we got in the car and drove away. And we went back home. We go inside, go inside. And we went. The next morning, I woke up, and I looked outside.
I was in traction.
And he walks out, and he goes, no, we were fine. Nothing happened to us. And we walked outside and looked at the car, and it's like one of those cars that they take to high schools to show, this is why you don't drink and drive. His car was just mangled. And I will say it was a Saab 900. And I was like, wow, we walked away from that. Not a scratch. I don't know how.
Yeah, that's
don't know
a
how.
terrible lesson to give people.
It's not a lesson. It was stupid. You know, and that was a big deal. I mean, taking out that mailbox, you know,
That was
down
the
in
big
North
deal.
Carolina, because it was one of those custom mailboxes, and they needed.
They take them real serious. They
Like-
take their mail. Can you imagine the guy inside his house? Just a nice, quiet Saturday. Bang,
Well,
douche.
that little
What
fella,
in the Sam hell going on out
I
there?
believe that fella just hit my car.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on? I want to set Traveler up for success. Whatever I can do is like, I'm here to give you tools.
Too late.
If he doesn't want to go to college, then he doesn't have to go to college. That money is there for that. Somehow he can't just take that money and then go blow it on whatever else he wants to.
But you can. And that's when you call me. We go to Vegas. We let that shit ride on black. Hey, here's something from Uncle Noli. Let it ride on black.
Goodbye, Yale. He has to keep moving forward, and he's going to do it either with us or without us. We just want to keep doing it together. But I tell you what, man, every morning when he wakes up, everything is new. It doesn't matter. I feel like I can do anything in that moment.
I wish I felt like that when I wake up. I just wake up and just
God.
pray I get to the toilet before I
The
wet my
drugs
pants.
didn't work.
Like, I wet myself again, and I weren't even drinking. You know, we take my oldest son Cooper when we go to the cons overseas, and you know,
great hang.
wait till you get to that moment. You're right, yeah. When you find that your kid, this little thing that you had,
Is a great drunk.
is a great drunk. Sits there, and goes, "Hey, the IPA is making my face hot."
And
you're like,
3 beers, and I'm like, we're best friends now. This is amazing. Pam is Mama Bear. I fear for Pam. Pam is just like, she's like, oh my shit. She's gonna be the one taking off her jewelry and like fighting grown ass adults and children.
I had to take my oldest son now to mommy playtime or mommy care, you know, little care where
Mommy's day out?
mommy and me and mommy or something like
Sure.
that. Mommy's and me, and mommy, she wasn't available, so daddy went and brought him in just a little, and he was a chunk, you know. He
This is Cooper, Jared.
yeah, Cooper, and he just solely breastfed, you know, but he was just big, from the get-go. And I'm just sitting there, okay, I don't know what to do. And I'm just, we're doing this thing now and clapping his hands. And this woman said,
I know where this is going.
you have got to get that baby off formula. And I said, excuse me? She said, he's fat. And I looked at her, I said, I'm sorry, do I know you? And she goes, no, your baby's fat. You got to get him off formula. I said, oh, well, first of all, he's only breastfed. And she goes, I don't believe you. I said, well, he's only breastfed. He's as fat as he should be, and you're a c***. And she just, I've never done that. I was so angry. I said, you're gone, and I'm leaving. How dare you do? It's a baby. I don't believe you. Oh my God. I'm driving home and Jill calls me. She goes, what did you do?
Well, we can't go back to mommy and me anymore.
Wait, they just threw us out of mommy. What happened? And I was like, she said, what did you do? And I told her, and then she was like, they did what? And she said, and she hung up on me. I'm like, John, and I thought she was mad at me. By the time I got home, she was like, give me my baby, come here. And she loved on him, and he was like, whatever. And to call them back and tore them a new one.
I love it.
But I was just like, this is gonna be fun. I'm like, what? Yeah. And it's like Game of Thrones. My eyes just went black. I said a hip hop, the hippie to the hippie to the hip hopper. You don't stop rocking to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the boogie the beat. By the way, this is totally a game to be played on absolutely high.
Please. That's what we should do on a very special episode of Retro Replay, where we're just like,
Nolan eats a jar of peanut butter.
does everybody
and cries.
know? Everybody knows right now.
My mother knows I'm high. Is that good?
Well, all of your hair stood up on end, so I don't think it was great.
Maybe it powers me up though. I think is that a power up? Because I didn't die.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know that my gun needed charging.
All of our guns need charging from time to time, you know what I mean? Mine about half an hour. What about yours, John? I'm gonna do a joke like him. That's a refractory period joke.
I like it.
Felt weird.
This is a game where you need to...
Cute. Now you know what to do.
Oh, I know what to do. It just isn't...
Just do it better.
I'm just not... It's just not.
What else?
It's just not. Oh, run and jump, run and jump, run and jump.
Prove me wrong. Everyone is cheering for you now.
Run and jump, run and jump, run and jump. You jump.
And Pyro is so happy.
Jump, and jump.
You wanna
Oh,
go the other
shit.
way. See, buddy? Everyone just exploded in applause and cheers for you. That's the face that they wanted you to have. Not that one. The first one was better.
There's more bad things ahead. I really miss Elliot.
Yeah, where the fuck is Elliot? Wait a minute. This is episode 86. Did you know that?
Shut up.
Yeah. We gotta cancel.
Hey, it's Elliot.
Is that fucking Elliot?
I gotta go over here, bro.
Oh my God. Balloon fight.
Balloon fight. If you play this upside down, it looks like they're flying on nuts. That's my takeaway from this game.
Please get me out of this game. Get me out of this episode.
No. You know, I'll tell you what we play next. We play Burst Your Balloon! Or the fish will eat your face, fuckhead. I am feeling randy today.